LSU ain't a top 10 team at this current moment in time. Now, is Florida State a top 5 team? Maybe even a top 3 team? I don't know. I think I need to consider that. This may be a little premature to say, but they might be back. Okay, that should be good right there. Yep. You get my live reaction to this LSU cinnamon roll game, and wow, that's all I know to say. First things first, actually, let me get this whiteboard out of the way. I'll bring the whiteboard back up in just a second, but what happened, LSU? What happened? Not even, well, I'll get to this in just a second, but from a college football fan standpoint, this game wasn't that good. The first half was good. It was sloppy on both sides. I mean, LSU didn't get the 4th down. Then Jordan Travis almost did an intercept. It was really sloppy in the first half from both teams. In the second half, though, Florida State looked like a top 3 team in the country, and LSU looked like a middle school football team. The tale of two halves. What in the crap happened? Did somebody forget to tell LSU they was playing a football game, a college football game, after halftime? I don't understand what happened. It looked like, dude, I'm lost for words. If I was an LSU fan, here's what is so embarrassing to me about this game. You quit. I don't care. Well, I do care, but losing in anything in life, whether it's rooting for my favorite team, whether I'm out playing a 1v1 in the backyard, cornhole, ping pong, water polo, lacrosse, tennis, losing, it hurts. But what bothers me the most and what irritates me is when people quit. LSU quit. And if I was an LSU fan, that's what I'd be pissed off about. Fortunately enough, I'm not an LSU fan, I'm an SEC fan, and of course, as an SEC fan, I want to see my SEC teams do good, especially in the out-of-conference games, because it makes us look better. And LSU and Florida, you are a disgrace to the SEC this weekend, and I think both of the fan bases would agree with me on that. Now, as far as it goes for Florida State, and oh my gosh. Oh wait, actually, let me take my hat off, because I feel like that should be part of my, I just wear a hat all the time, but I feel like that should be a part of my punishment because I was wrong in the Colorado game. I don't know the word to use, whether it's mad or I think it is mad. I'm not mad about Florida State winning this game. I don't have a horse in the race. I'm not an LSU fan, not a Florida State fan. What I'm personally upset with myself is I look like an idiot. The 2 games I predicted or not really blowouts, but I stated, hey, Colorado's going to get pummeled by TCU. Not only was I wrong about that, but I was beyond wrong. That didn't even happen. Colorado, number 1, didn't get pummeled. They won the game. And I was like, hey, you know what? Just bad prediction. Well, what happened after that? I also said, hey, LSU is going to quote-unquote steamroll Florida State, the cinnamon rolls. I didn't just say, that's what makes all this worse, because I hate looking like an idiot. I hate looking like a fool. I wasn't just wrong about Florida State losing the game. I predicted LSU to win in sort of blowout fashion and run all over them. Now, if I would have said Florida State was going to steamroll LSU, I'd be looking like a genius. But that didn't happen. And that's what happened in the second half. Florida State, vice versa what I said, or opposing or opposite of what I said, Florida State steamrolled, beamrolled, whatever you want to call it, LSU. It is as simple as that. I actually want to pull up the stats on my phone to look at it, but it's sad for an LSU fan. And what's even worse about this is I labeled LSU as a great team. I don't believe this anymore. I labeled LSU as a great team heading into the season. I thought they had potential to make a playoff. After watching this game, no, this is the same LSU team as last year. Actually, they look worse in this game than they did last year. I don't know where you go from here. And it sucks because LSU fans, they have high expectations. Well, how can you have high expectations after this game? You got blown out. You really lost by 28 points. Sad, but I do want to say this too while I'm thinking about it. And I probably need to make a separate video talking about this. To the Florida State fan base, I know y'all aren't happy with me because I said you're going to get blown out. And there was also this controversy where I talked about it in a video. I didn't even think it was going to be a big deal how a recruit that I personally know, we have a relationship, we're friends or whatnot, he was telling me how Florida State was giving him a little check or whatnot. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about. So Florida State fans, they were mad about that. So apparently they got beef with me which is really, I don't even call it beef because it's one-sided beef. Y'all got beef with me. I don't even have beef with y'all. I don't have any problems with Florida State whatsoever. And let me make this clear, talking about that video. Not only is Florida, I stated like, hey, Florida State may be doing some shady things in the recruitment world. That doesn't just apply to Florida State, guys. Every single, my team, Alabama, dude, we've been giving players Dodge, Challengers, Chargers, Camaros since 2008. Every single team does shady stuff, but that's besides the point. Let's log back in. I want to pull up these stats. You know it's getting serious when the whiteboard's coming out. Obviously, we will talk about this game tomorrow in depth a little more, maybe the day after, but it's my live reaction. Y'all know how we do things. Don't act brand new around here. All right, the final score was 45-24, but here's the number I want to show you guys. "16 catches for 226 yards. How many passing yards did Jordan? Oh yeah, by the way, Jordan Travis played a great game, great quarterback, but I've been saying that for a while. Jordan Travis, 22 for 31, 342 passing yards, great game. He did have that interception, but outside of that, played a good game. Had a QBR of, wow, 94.7. I will put that up here for you guys. 94.7. I didn't even need to put that up. The point is, 16 catches, 226 yards. That was just Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson. That's it. The offense was Jordan Travis, Keon Coleman. He had 3 touchdowns. That dude can play. We know that from Michigan State. Dude even balled out there. And Johnny Wilson, yeah, he had some drops in the first half, but life's about how you respond, and he did good in the second half. This right here is what beat LSU. And also rushing, I thought they did better, but look, Florida State didn't even have a rusher with over 50 yards. It was just a passing game. On the flip side of the ball for LSU, I don't know what you want me to say. First half, you did good, just couldn't really piece it together in the end zone, or the red zone, my apologies. Second half, it was abysmal. When I was watching the game live, I was trying to think about this, and I couldn't come to a conclusion. I couldn't tell if Florida State's defense, maybe it's a combination of both, I couldn't tell if Florida State's defense was really, really, really good, or if LSU's offense was really, really, really bad and stagnant. You know what I'm going to go with? I think it's a combination of both. So let me know in the comment section what you think. LSU just couldn't move the ball, and I'm leaning towards, actually, now thinking about it, more so of Florida State's front seven. They shocked me. I think Florida State, and I'll say this, a takeaway from the game as well. LSU and Florida State, both of these teams, they have some serious raw talent. And Florida State, this may be a little premature to say, but they might be back. I pay attention to the small things, and the way their guys were flying on that field, I haven't seen that from Florida State since like 2013 with Jamison Williams. I said Jamison Williams. Matt, lock in. Sorry. Jameis Winston. You know what I'm talking about. Florida State looks good. I was really shocked with how good they look. And over the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, however long, whatever sample size you want to use, we've seen Florida State, they've always been good at recruiting, but we've seen Florida State shown greatness, flashes of greatness here and there. But I've yet to see them string it together in a full game from quarter 1 to quarter 4 like they did tonight. Now, here's an even bigger question. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. Can they string it together from week 1 all the way up until week 16, however weeks there is in the total college football season? Don't know, but my opinion on this Florida State team has changed, and it's also, my opinion's also changed on this LSU team. LSU ain't a top 10 team at this current moment in time. Now, is Florida State a top 5 team? Maybe even a top 3 team? I don't know. I think I need to consider that. But biggest takeaway from the game is that Florida State is much, and I mean much, much, much better than I originally thought. And to the Florida State fan base, as much as it pains me to say this, you was right and I was wrong. But what's new? I've been wrong on so many predictions. And it's the same thing with the Colorado game. Colorado fans try to tell me all offseason, Matt, don't doubt us. We're going to shock the world. We're going to beat TCU. And I was like, yeah, whatever, little bro. You ain't doing that. And they did it. And they tried to warn me. I just didn't listen. Same thing with the Florida State. Florida State fans been, and I think that's what they're mad at me about. It's like they've been trying to tell me, Matt, we're going to be really good. And what have I said? Nah, you're going to be good. I've said that, but I don't think they're going to be really, really, really good or great. I should have listened. That's all there is to it. I'm starting to think The people that watch my videos are actually smarter than me. Who knows? Hopefully this trend doesn't continue. This is a terrible, awesome week one, awesome games. But for me, picking wise, the big games at least, I was right on some of the smaller games, but the big games, disastrous. And it's not so much that I picked LSU to win and I picked TCU to win. It's the fact I said they were going to destroy their opponents, which didn't happen. And I'm looking at some of the press conference stuff in the background. There's many more things I could say. I'm really tired. I want to sleep on this and give my full thoughts. Do want to end off this video by saying congratulations to the Cinnamon Roll fan base. You guys earned it, and if you all think we have beef or something, because Florida State fans are always tweeting at me, acting like I hate them on Twitter and Instagram, there is no beef. So if you don't like me, that's just one-sided beef. That's your problem. I ain't got no problem with Florida State fans or the Florida State fan base. Wishing y'all the best of luck. You got a heck of a team, big time win, and I'm happy for y'all. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. But Robin!